What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Today is the 3rd of February, I believe, when you guys are watching this. So, hope you guys are having a good Thursday. Hopefully, you're going to make it to the weekend, all right? I know I could sure use the weekend right about now. Before I get into today's topic, which is going to be about Modern Warfare 2, Roman numeral 2, do you guys ever just feel like right now, Call of Duty and just gaming in general is kind of just boring? Like, do you feel that way? Throughout the past 2 weeks or so, I've been playing Vanguard and playing other games, and I just I feel like getting off, I feel like before it's quote unquote my bedtime, before I feel like going to sleep, preparing for the next day and stuff, I just feel like getting off. It doesn't feel like, oh man, I want to keep playing and keep playing. Like back in the old days, back in Modern Warfare 3, you would literally have to drag me off my Xbox in order for me to stop playing. I would get up early because my internet was trash back then. So I would get up super early in the morning just to play before everyone else was up. It was insane. I didn't even have a channel or anything. I had no name to myself. Not that I do here either, but I had nothing to go for. I wasn't streaming. I wasn't making YouTube videos. I was literally just playing for fun because I wanted to get better, because I enjoyed the hell out of those games. Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, stuff like that. Recent Call of Duties just don't do it for me. I feel like they don't do it for a lot of people. Like Modern Warfare, yeah, when you have a full party, it's really fun. But if you're playing solo, I'm good. Cold War, nobody really enjoyed. Vanguard is it's boring. Nobody really enjoys playing Vanguard anymore. I'm sorry. I can't go for the atomic camo because the challenges are stupid as hell. Nobody really enjoys it because it's kind of the same thing after a while. You'll notice in the gameplays you're watching, at least recently, I try to spice it up as best I can, but some of the newer gameplay that you're watching is 60% radar, 20% dome, 20% Demyansk. It's a 3-map rotation for me. I don't understand why. Where are the other maps? Where is Berlin, Oasis, Gavutu, Red Star? I haven't seen Red Star in a year. I don't understand what Sledgehammer Games is doing with this map rotation. Sledgehammer D's nuts. What are you guys doing? I just had to get that off my chest, and I feel like I can't be the only one, man. I can't be the only one who's experiencing this huge lull in gaming. I'm looking around at other gaming YouTubers, the big guys, the big dogs of YouTube here. Your Swag, your K3. These guys' views are dipping too. They're hitting maybe 10%, probably less though. I think Warzone's even in a bad spot too, where people just don't know what to upload. I get that it's the January dulls of YouTube, where January YouTubers just don't earn anything, so they don't really upload, so people don't really watch. I know that whole trickle down system. That's why I don't really care about January, but I don't know, man. I'm hoping that season 2 of Vanguard at least not solves every issue, but at least gives us some content more than able to play for 2 days. That's usually what COD updates are now. It's yeah, you can play for another 1 or 2 days, have new stuff, and then that's it. Everything else is the same again. And speaking of things that are the same again, let's talk about some disappointing news regarding Modern Warfare 2. This news comes from ralphsvalve. He actually tweeted it a couple of days ago, and I think I mentioned it passing by in a video, but let's just talk about it officially here. Infinity Ward Associate describes Modern Warfare 2's gameplay as most similar to Modern Warfare 2019, inclusion of several new and already existing features, vaguely stating there's just more of it. He went on to state, I was not happy with the gameplay. It looks incredible, however. For those of you who know what Modern Warfare is, who played Modern Warfare 2019, you know that it was not a fun experience. I'm sorry, but if you're playing multiplayer, you were either playing for, camos, or you were a camper, or I don't know, maybe you were playing Search and Destroy. The overall base game in of itself was extremely hard to enjoy, at least in my opinion, right? Imagine playing free-for-all, TDM, even Dom sometimes. It's just not a good experience. I think the best modes in that game were Demolition, I guess Hardpoint, and Search and Destroy. I don't know what else they were thinking, but free for all, nobody moves. TDM, nobody moves. There was just no incentive to move, and they made it so, obviously the safe spaces, doors, and camping, they made it so that was easy. It was preferred that you would stay in your safe space as opposed to run around the map and try to get more kills, be a crackhead, stuff like that. The fact that Infinity Ward Associate would describe this as Modern Warfare 2019 and say that he himself or she herself does not enjoy it goes a long way in showing like maybe people don't really like it, but the community probably does. From an outside, like non-biased perspective, because obviously you guys know I'm pretty biased against this game, but from a non-biased perspective, it does make a lot of sense for them to kind of repeat what they did with Modern Warfare, right? It just makes sense. If Modern Warfare 2019 was the best-selling game of, I guess, of Call of Duty in recent years, why would you not try to replicate that, right? It's like me hitting a video with like 50,000 views and then uploading another video the next day with like 30 views. Which video do you think I'm going to make more similar, the 30 view or the 50,000? Even if a lot of people hated the 50,000 viewed video, you know, I would still have to make that because that was more popular at the end of the day. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that, you know, people understand it. Again, I'm not saying I loved Modern Warfare, but like looking back at Cold War and Vanguard, I mean, it's like the best of the bad bunch, so I'm okay with it getting a second one. I think we knew it was gonna get, you know, a second remaster. Speaking of a little bit more of the news, it looks like we're gonna get a lot of details in May, maybe June this year, so regarding Modern Warfare 2 at least. So that's good stuff because it means that we're not gonna have to wait until freaking August or September for them to like finally upload a trailer or upload some kind of like beta or alpha. Personally, I feel like COD leaks and rumors and stuff should happen as soon as possible. And in this case, in Vanguard's case, very, very as soon as possible, because they need to brush Vanguard under the rug as soon as possible. I don't know any in real life friends who bought this game. I know COD fans who have been playing for years and years who have not played this game. I know COD fans who've, you know, played years and years who have less than like 1 day in-game time on this game. It's just not a good look. Vanguard was just not a good look. Inherently, I don't think it's a bad game on itself, but the bugs, glitches, lack of innovation, and tons of other things, bad marketing, have really killed Vanguard. You know, I think that the gameplay itself is actually not that bad. Gun balance is in a good spot. We have a good amount of maps. The skill base isn't even that threatening. It's just other things are just ruining the game this time. I think it's really interesting how all the things we complained about, or at least I complained about in Cold War, like skill-based matchmaking, lack of maps, not enough content at launch, like that kind of stuff, all pretty much got resolved in Vanguard. Even the graphics to a certain extent are like way better than Vanguard or Cold War's, right? And yet people still aren't happy. They just continuously have new things for us to deal with that are just negatives, that are just super annoying, and they make you scratch your head and wonder like, how did this make it past playtesting? And then you realize that no developers actually playtested their game. I guess maybe that's not true. Maybe they playtested it for like, you know, obvious bugs and glitches, but like intense playtesting, public live session playtesting, that's never been done. The last thing that ralphsvalve here has tweeted is he says, "This weekend is certainly going to be interesting," which leads to a lot of people suspecting that something's gonna drop in Modern Warfare 2 or Vanguard. Something's gonna happen because this guy is a known leaker. I'm not gonna say he's 100% correct, but I think he does kind of have an inside scoop somehow. I don't know how. I don't know how any of these leakers have it, but I assume he has some kind of inside scoop. And so we're probably gonna see some stuff over the weekend. Now, just as a quick channel update, I did say that I was going to probably make videos in February, but I like every day at least, and I don't know if that's going to be the case. You know, I'm trying, but there's really not a whole lot to talk about, and I don't want to just force videos, you know. Sometimes I'll admit it, I do, but like I don't want to continuously force videos day in and day out. That's just not good for the channel, not healthy, and I feel like people just aren't going to enjoy it after a while. So I'm going to try to upload, you know, as soon as I can, whenever like new updates come out, and hopefully, you know, you guys enjoy that. If you want to stay around for it, if you want to be around for it, make sure you leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, hit that notification bell to stay updated with all the yada yada. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day, guys, and peace.